Revelio.
Hippogriffs like not grass.
Revelio.
Dapatnya siapa kan? Dapat. Oh, dia dapat yang biru. Baterai value. Dapatnya harus beruang biru. Kita nggak bisa ngapain. Nah, tapi dulu kita ngomong dulu nih sama si profesor.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear, and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Revelio.
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
The edges mustn't curl and turn brown like that.
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Most strange.
Your weeds possess their own rugged form of beauty.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but your lead. Nice
Revelio.
defense against the dark arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon skull on someone during a fight. We Gryffindors fight with honor.
Revelio.
No offense. Sorry.
Oh, dia masih ngikutin kita nih.
Revelio.
Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
Revelio. Levioso.
Wasn't that intentional?
Accio. Incendio.
Oke, ini A1 nih. Ah.
Look at that! They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Revelio. Revelio.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
Revelio.
Oh, kok merah nih tadi tuh. Return request area. Tunggu ini. Oh, sama ngomong sama sini dulu. Ini ada catatan. Dear Professor sekali kau very
Revelio. I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pot.
Revelio.
Cost me my damned hearing.
To make anything grow, we must first understand it. That goes for plants as well as friendships. Kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse as in the Great Hall.
Tadi bisa diambil. Mungkin itu dulu.
Bisa ditunggu, bisa ditinggalin.
Question class. Terus mana ini? Resetan. Besar hekat ini. Oh, ada kemarin tuh ada bola kecil-kecil maksudnya. Itu diapakan itu tuh lawan si goblin itu. Ada bola kecil terus ada tempatnya. Ini ada Merlin, quest Merlin. Nah, Trial of Merlin.
Oh iya.
Ini ikatnya tuh. Experience mas.
Wonder how well our professors did when they were students.
Avoid attack by dodge.
Lawan musuh, dodge rolling.
Musuh di luar. Nah.
Iya.
Merlin itu yang ini, yang tanda.
Dia di kota di bawahnya.
Oh, ada jauh apa ya?
Questnya ada. Di questnya ada tulisan loket.
Merlin di sini.
Revelio.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Nobody misses one.
Leviosa! Incendio! Protego! Stupid one!
You'll die for that.
Accio!
Pokoknya oh.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Leviosa!
We can hurry them off!
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Kamera.
Take this student over...
Leviosa! Incendio! Leviosa! Protego!
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who
Yes,
piqued
my
my
wife,
interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts.
LGBT.
Typical hard-working Hufflepuff. Brilliant potioneer. Has her own shop in Knockturn Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Oh, sweet.
This trunk.
Yes,
Revelio.
even if you already have some.
I have the mallow sweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the mallow sweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared!
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Hilang ya dia?
Curious. The pyres are
itu.
back where they started.
Berapa? 1, 2, 3.
Incendio!
Kan ini yang pertama tadi.
Clearly, all three of these pyres are meant to be lit.
Incendio!
Yes, how beautiful!
Tetap obat.
What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Bisa dibeli tuh.
And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Levioso!
Ayo ke sini. Nggak mau deh sini nih. Dalam air nggak bisa. Sini boy, berani ya?
Levioso! Accio! Protego! Levioso! Revelio!
Ada tinggalnya dah.
Revelio.
Pulau ada apa nih? Ada apa-apa di pulau ini. Ada tuh. Breakfast kita. Ada pulau pensil nih. Oh, kamu apa?
Revelio.
Who ran all those goblin loyalists off? I can't...
Hello, Mr. Semi.
What can I do for you?
What do you have for sale?
What can I help you with today?
What?
I hope to see you again sometime.
Revelio.
Apa kunci? Apa kunci dia?
Oh.
Ini kunci. Udah. Ngambil apa?
Jualannya ini
Ya goblin ini nih.
Revelio. I know what that means. Merlin trial.
Apa suruhnya nih? Oh, batunya. Taruh di atasnya, sayang.
Levioso! Accio!
Oh, dilepas nih.
Merlin himself would be proud. Revelio.
Karena dia pakai tongkatnya unik kan, jadi rank.
Revelio. Revelio.
Ini pintu ini belum bisa juga nih. Bukan nggak yang gerak-geraknya.
Oh, itu tidak. Oh, itu bisa pakai. Tapi abang harus belajar yang stop.
Oh.
Dia lihat atas. Atas dari jamnya. Tapi abang naik ke atas itu dia harus. Dia kan misalnya onik. Berhenti di bagian itu.
Apa itu ya? Oh gitu.
Revelio.
Kalau yang ini yang gambar peta ini sih.
Dia pusat.
Oh, ada pulsa. Tekannya.
Peta gede gitu kan.
Revelio. Revelio.
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look
Ada kunci,
completely incompetent.
kendalian nih orang nih. Bawah. Dulu. Asisten. Ya,
Brilliant. Revelio. Revelio.